2 days later, he looks out the window at a world he's never seen. For the first time in years, the air feels fresh. This is the first time Ash has ever set foot on a train, and honestly, he can't believe it. The whole thing runs on pure magic. The speed is incredible, nothing like the slow, bone-rattling carriages back in the Empire. As he's staring out the window, an older man approaches him. "Excuse me, may I have a moment of your time?" Ash looks up, cautious. "Who are you?" "I found this flyer," the man says with a polite smile. "I wondered if it might belong to you." Ash checks his pockets. "It does. Thank you." The man settles into the seat nearby. "First time visiting the kingdom, I take it?" Ash blinks. "How could you tell?" "Your eyes," the man chuckles. "You've been staring at the scenery like you're seeing a miracle. You're clearly not from around Roseville." Ash leans back, looking at the passing landscape. In the Empire, only the wealthy are allowed to ride magic trains. Seeing everyone just using it like this? It's hard to wrap my head around. "Well, in the kingdom, this is just how we get around," the man says proudly. "We lead the world in magic tech. You see, the Rosebell Kingdom has always lived under the shadow of dungeons. Magic is the only force that can keep the monsters back. Everything from the fire we cook with to the arts that heal the sick, it's all the result of our research." He leans in a bit closer. "We harvest materials from the monsters we defeat. That's the secret. It's made us prosperous and world-renowned." Ash sighs, looking at his hands. Compared to this, the Empire is a backwater. They neglect the dungeons, they neglect everything. Arrival at the city, a chime rings out over the speakers. "Attention passengers, we will soon arrive at the Western Second Dungeon City. Please ensure you have all your belongings." "Ah, looks like we've arrived," the old man says, standing up. Ash follows him off the train and onto the platform. The air is thick with the smell of trade and energy. A carriage is already waiting for the older gentleman. "Thank you for the lesson," Ash says, bowing slightly. "I really appreciate it." The man waves a hand dismissively. "Think nothing of it. Welcome to the kingdom, Ash. I hope you enjoy your stay." The confrontation, Ash starts walking through the streets, and his jaw practically drops. This is only the second dungeon city? Merchants are everywhere, the shouting is constant, and the energy is electric. But then, the atmosphere shifts. A woman sprints past him, her face pale with terror. What is going on? Behind her, several men are in pursuit. "How far do you think you can run in this city?" they yell. The girl turns a corner, only to find herself trapped in a dead end. The men catch up, laughing. Nowhere left to hide, one of them sneers. "Please, just stop," she begs. The leader steps forward. "Look, if you just behave, Anne." The fight, suddenly, a hand drops onto the man's shoulder. It's Ash. "You're being a bit rough, don't you think?" Ash says, his voice perfectly calm. "Especially in public. It's a bad look." The man spins around, face turning red. "Who the hell do you think you are? Get lost." "Anyone can see she's distressed," Ash says, his gaze hardening. "Leave her alone." The man loses his temper. "Shut up." He winds up a massive punch and swings with everything he's got. Ash doesn't even flinch. He sidesteps the blow with effortless grace and in one fluid motion, drives a counterblow straight into the man's stomach. Oof. The man gags, vomits, and hits the cobblestones in a heap. The other two freeze, then rush Ash at the same time, swinging wildly. But it's no use. Ash weaves through the chaos, calm and collected, without letting a single fist touch him. Ash watches the thugs closely. "I thought they were just drunk," he thinks, "but they move like men who've survived a few dungeon floors." He doesn't give them a second chance. He kicks one man square in the chest, sending him flying. The second man, a bald brute, is too slow to react. Ash catches him with a lightning punch to the face, sends him crashing to the ground, and pins his wrist in a single, fluid motion. The leader, now red with fury, pulls a sword. "I'll kill you for this." Ash sighs, genuinely exhausted by the drama. "You're really going to draw steel in the middle of a city? Over this?" The man lunges anyway, but a voice like thunder stops him cold. "That's enough. This ends right now." A tall, armored figure steps forward, eyes narrowed. No amateur could take down a knight, let alone one of the Empire's finest. "Isn't that right, Ash the Heartslayer?" Ash's face lights up. "Bale?" "Captain Bale, Baron, of the Kingdom Knights, at your service," the man grins. These two are old rivals, veterans of countless exchange matches. Their records? Perfectly even. They are the definition of perfect rivals. A short while later, the two are sitting in a warm tavern, drinks in hand. "I never expected to run into an old friend while answering a disturbance call," Bale laughs, shaking his head. Ash leans back and lights a cigarette. "It's been a year, Bale. A lot has happened. As the smoke curls, Ash explains the betrayal, the annulment, and why he finally walked away from the Empire. Bale slams a fist on the table. That makes my blood boil. But listen, if the Empire doesn't want you, the kingdom does. Why don't you become a dungeon hunter? A hunter? Ash asks. Exactly. You enter the dungeons, hunt the monsters, and extract the magic stones from their bodies. You sell those to the association, and with your skills? Ash, you'd be living like a king. Bale smiles. Personally, I'd be glad to have a man like you back on the front lines. Before Ash can even answer, the door bursts open. Emergency! There's a monster outbreak in the dungeon. Bale stands up instantly. An overflow?